the foe. Obviously, he's not in the European squad. We've named Ryan Jack. Aribo's on the bench. Also, Hollander. So we've got a lot of experience on the bench, but the actual team, I think that's the team we'd all pick, Bridger.
You're absolutely right. That's the team I think everybody said was the strongest team. Maybe people say, well, if such and such, then we've got Aribo in, but no, that's probably the strongest team available to the manager. And I think everyone has picked it.
It was Linda's 11 and we all agreed. Is that fair?
Linda's 11. Very good. Very good. Well done. I like that. No, really well done.
Right, okay, so we've got the team. We know it's a big game for us, Bridge. So people want to join us. These are thoughts. What's the number, Mucker?
Number's 0141 356 1972.
Or you can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online. We've brought in a call with Fox and Old School Blue. If you phone in, hang up and we will phone you back in a couple of minutes. Be patient. Right, mate, I'm no one for telling stories, as you know.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm no one for telling stories. You know that. If you
go on, pal. I know what you're like. Yeah, I know.
I'm the soul of discretion. You know that. Yeah. Right. All I'm saying is the chapter in my book called The Fox is just getting thicker and thicker and thicker by the moment. Yeah. The man's a legend. A legend. It knows no bounds.
There's something coming here. Something, a bomb when he dropped.
No. Solid discretion, mate. But I'm keeping it for the book. And I think he's looking for Brad Pitt to play him in the film.
Brad Pitt? Wow.
That's what he's telling me, mate.
He wants Brad Pitt?
Aye.
Wow.
So, this game, Bridgeman, how do you see it going?
Well, I truly believe it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a lot tighter than a lot of folk think. I'm hoping that we win, and a 1-0 will do me fine. If we can get more than that, brilliant. We're playing at Ibrox, and we beat this team before at their own midden, so we should be full of vim, shall we say, and up for the game. That's all I want. I want them to be up for the game. We've got what a lot of folk think could be our strongest team.
Mm-hmm.
So, there'll be no excuses. I'm not looking for any excuses. It's going to be a tough game. I don't know what the weather's like. I don't know if it's raining or anything at the moment, but it's going to be cool. No, I'm saying over at Ibrox. It can be different,
You're not that far away. It's a bit different for me looking out the window, innit?
I'm 600 metres up.
And that's because you're in a penthouse.
Exactly.
No,
I reckon yours is
the biggest house I've ever been in.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it was that size. Couldn't believe it.
That's a compliment indeed.
Aye. Considering I've been in Buckhouse, that says a lot. Anyway, I think Gary's joined us. How are we doing, Gary?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Hi, Gary.
How's your good self?
I'm good, mate. I'm just watching the circus.
All right, okay. I'm just worried about the coefficient, Gary.
Aye, well, that's the bigger. I mean, aye, you got a point. I mean, it's hard. It is. I mean, it is a bigger issue. I don't know how to word it. You don't know what to say, do you? I want them to get absolutely spanked every game. But for the greater good of Scottish football, which benefits everybody, and especially us, and it's you want them to do well, but that kind of sticks in the throat, to be honest with you, after what we've all had to put up with in the last 9 years.
I'm not saying I'm upset, Gary. I'm just saying I'm concerned about the coefficient. You know what I mean? I think Bridge knows where I'm coming from, don't you, Bridge?
Absolutely. I'm the same.
I love it. There was a quote I was thinking of, The Sopranos, where they... what's his name? You've seen The Sopranos, where it's the guy says, "No, they let you in, they let you out, and then they suck you back in." I was thinking that's what Celtic fans, they must have been cheering their hearts
was
out.
Was that on the Godfather every time he walked away?
Aye, they pulled me back in, but it was, they said it in The Sopranos as well, it was like quoting The Godfather. I said, that must be Celtic fans, they just don't know what they stick or twist. Funny.
That's what Bridge is like. He's like Tony Soprano.
Don't you listen to him, pal?
Do you not think it's surprising though that their best individual performances?
Gary.
Aye, what?
Gary.
Aye, stop.
This is
bad language.
This is Rangers Radio. Bridgeman.
No, but so dig at them.
Give us a team, then Gary can comment on it, Bridge.
Aye. I already know it. I've already looked.
Aye, but there's other people listening as well, Gary. Come on, Bridgeman. Come off a mute. I'm going to have to get a new partner. This Bud Abbott and Lucas Stellis gets just like.
Oh, the team is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Balogun rather, and Barisic. Davis, Kamara, Arfield, Roof, Kent and Morelos. Substitutes are McLaughlin, Bassey, Hadji, Eaton, Zungu, Patterson, Aribo, Barker, Stewart, Burjonas, Dixon and King.
Yeah, was that the team you would have picked, Gary?
It is exactly the team I picked, mate, believe it or not. I didn't think, as good as what Aribo is, I think Arfield gives us a wee bit more kind of steel and defensive cover. I think tonight's more about stopping them playing because they're going to commit us with everything. And I love Arfield. I love the way you just hand on heart kind of stuff. You know, it's just he's that kind of player. And I think we've got enough up front. I think Roof, to be honest with you, the boy, if we're going to keep him sweet, we've got to give him his dues. And I think he's earned that, the right-hand side of up front.
He's the man in possession, no doubt, mate, no doubt.
Definitely. And Ken kind of picks himself.
Can I ask you a question then, Gary, about the midfielder? Your midfield, Ryan Jack, Stephen Davis, Glenn Kamara, Scott Arfield, Joe Aribo, Zunga. They all look as if they're all good players, but they're all slightly different, which I think is a good thing, yeah?
They're all very similar, and you're right. They're all very different in what they can provide and what they can do. Mm-hmm. But the most important thing is they can all play the system. Wow. So they all know their jobs in the system, depending on what you're asking them to do within that triangle that we play. They can all really come in and do the job, but they're all. I like to call different players. Like I would say, like Hadji's not in form at the moment, but when the boy is on form, he's what I would call a skeleton key. He's got the ability to be able to unlock doors at the back that we don't really have anywhere else. Aribo's very similar, but in a different way in how he does it. I'm going to
give you a quick stat, mate. We've scored 64 goals so far this season. We're opening the door quite regular. You know, the boy Hadji, I think he's going to learn Scottish football. I think that, and once he gets that, he can see a pass. He's going to learn just the physical side of the game. But this could be his night. We might see him tonight. Yeah. Bridgeman, the midfield. I think that's where the key for us, along with our fullbacks, to get the right supply to our forwards, who I thought done really well last week. But a lot of the stuff they've done on their own.
Absolutely, and you know, we need, obviously that's the business end of the engine of the team, isn't it? The midfield have got to do what they've got to do. I think you mentioned that the defence, when you've got Barisic and Tavernier battering up the wings, and then you've got your two central defenders. We've played quite well, but when you go up to the forwards, it's a completely different ball game. You know, we need to find these lovely balls, and the defence, sometimes the defence directly up to the forwards is magic. Some great passes, but what they need is, obviously they've been doing it, is a wee short, sharp passes to each other, and the short passing game is absolute dynamite. Our defenders can't do that. You know, only the attacking players can do that, and it's wonderful to watch with Rangers. I absolutely love it. I'm so looking forward to this game. It's no real. And I want to mollocate this mob. Just mollocate them.
If people want to join us and give their thoughts, Bridge, what's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online. You brought in the call by the one and only Fox, and the legend in his old school will phone in, hang up, and we will phone you back. Yeah. I like your team. We play a system that's good to watch, Gary. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I think going on what Bridgman was saying there, is football as a sport has evolved, but it doesn't evolve that much. It's split into 3 parts. That's it. You've got attacking, you've got defending, and you've got the transition. And as long as you can teach players what their role is in those 3 different parts of the game, and they can carry out them simple, non-negotiables is what Steven Gerrard always goes on about. What do I expect for you when we defend as a team? What do I expect for you when we attack as a team? And what do I expect for you when we lose the ball, as in when we transition? And if players can get in that head and you make it really simple for players, you can do really well. And that's what we're seeing with Steven Gerrard. The way he's able to communicate. The players change over the years. How you can treat players changes. Tactics change. Formations change. But those 3 things don't change. Attacking, defending, and transition. It's always been the same since the day the game was invented. Or now the rules are set down for association football. And that's really key. So I think Rangers have absolutely nailed it this year. And do you know what as well? I'll keep going on further to that. The team's not immune for criticism. I was reading Steven Gerrard's. He kind of done I read it on the Open Goal app. I don't know if you've got that, but there was some cracking quotes with Gerrard against Falkirk. Did you read them? Have you had a chance to read Steven Gerrard's thoughts and comments on the game against Falkirk?
Times we can pass the ball better, times we can do better. He's always pushing, mate. He's always pushing.
He just said that when the young go,
Gary, we've been joined.
Go for it.
We've been joined by the one and only JFK, who's a year older since we last spoke to him.
Evening. Thank you very much.
Hello, Jimmy. How you doing, pal?
I'm fine, Bridgeman. I'm just celebrated my 42nd anniversary of my 21st birthday there. There you are.
42nd anniversary of the 21st birthday. That's
yes.
And the 40s haven't changed a bit.
No, the 40s haven't changed. For birth to the grave, mate, they don't change. They don't come any uglier than me. Good face for the radio. Anyway, guys, how you all doing? All right?
All right, mate. You see the team, bruh?
I've seen the team there, mate. I'm happy with that team. Yep, more than happy. I'm glad he's went out for a team like this tonight and go for the 3 points. Never mind us going for a point. Playing at Ibrox, unfortunately.
I don't think Gerrard's that type, do you?
No, I don't think there's either, mate. I don't think but looking at the team, and then I'm looking at the subs, and you think of the guys that I know there through injury and whatever. Is Jack, Hollander, there in the squad. So that tells you what good squad we've got. But I'm confident tonight. I'm going to go for a 2-0 tonight, mate. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh yes, Jimmy, that's brilliant.
Yeah, 2-0. I'm looking forward to it. 2-0. Where do you think the danger's going to come for us to get the chances? Is it our forwards, or do you think that Arfield's runs, because he can get in that box late?
Arfield's playing well now, isn't he? We've got to game his due. Well, the whole team's playing well, but I mean, I'm looking for Roof to hopefully to help Alfredo up there and score. I'm desperate for Alfredo to get a goal. I know a couple of the last games he's played, Auxerre, he's played fantastic, and I gave him man of the match, even though he didn't score. So, yeah, I'm desperate for Alfredo to score, because I think once he gets back into the scoring mode again, I think he'll start banging in a few if he knew at the end of the season. But I'm happy with that. I'm happy with Roof, Kent, Morelos up front. Really happy with the midfield. The engine in the midfield I'm happy about. Arfield's playing well. Kamara's playing really well, and Sir Stephen, what can you say about him? And very happy with the back four, because we know we can pick any four for any 8. So it's a really, really strong team, mate.
Did you get your part, your email with your part for the nativity play? I think you were the maintenance painter in the stable, mate.
I think I'm the maintenance painter, mate. Aye, so I'll go for that. I'm saying that I'll need to buy another pair of bibs. The bib overalls I've got are about 10 sizes too small since the last time I put them on.
The maintenance painter.
I'll take that job, mate. Aye. But there was a PTO, please turn over on the contract you sent me. And you were asking for somebody to take part in one of the Ugly Sisters.
We didn't know where to do the pantomime or the nativity play.
Yeah, well, I'll take that job, no problem, mate. But, yeah, looking forward to the night, Ox. Yeah, I think it'll be a good game. I'm confident we can win this game without being overconfident.
I don't think the bookies have got strong favourites. I see us as favourites, big favourites, but I don't think it'll be as easy as people think. They're not a bad side.
They're not a bad side. I just thought that we played it far better than they did in Liege. I'm just thought we played far superior to them. So let's hope, man. Let's hope it's no another we're winning 2-0 or 3-1 and we do something silly at the back. Let's hold the result. No, the night.
At GFK, they've not got the ability to come back.
No, that would be us shooting myself in the foot. You're right, you're 100% right there, mate. But the fact is that let's go put a performance in. Look, if we don't put a performance in and still win the game, I'm happy the same as the rest is, But I'm looking for a good performance for this team. Really pleased with the team he's put out and pleased with the substitutes he's got on the bench. They all cover every position, so I'm happy with that. And I can't wait till 8 o'clock till it starts, mate. Can't wait.
That's not hard to cover every position when you've got 12 subs.
Well, that's true, mate.
If you don't get a strip, you might as well walk out, wouldn't you?
Aye, of course.
That must be murder. Majority of substitutes, you don't get a game, eh?
That's very difficult.
I can't put you in the squad.
I know that for a fact. I know it's very difficult.
Anyway, we've been joined by Big Dave for Edinburgh. How we doing, Big man?
Hi, all right, Bridgeman.
All right, Dave.
Who else is on?
You okay tonight?
All right, Dave. GFK here.
GFK, all right, mate. I'm buzzing, mate. Can't wait to kick off. First time all season, I've got the team right last night. Right, we all agreed on that, didn't we?
A minute, only because you copied Linda's homework. That's what you done. We know what you done.
I did say the same team that started against Benfica. That's the best 11, I said.
Self-praise is no praise at all, innit? Tell him, GFK.
Well, I do it quite often, so I know where he's coming from.
I'm confident, yeah. A 3-0 tonight. Confident, yeah, 3-0.
I'll take that.
Gary, what's your prediction?
Listen, I 2-0, 2 or 3-0, but I can see them scoring, so I'm not too sure. I'm a bombskell when it comes to picking predictions, man. I can't do it. As long as we play well.
I'd take a bridge, hiding behind the sofa, just to get the game done with and move on.
It's nice just getting into a game, no looking forward to us watching us play again. Honestly, see this 2 and 3 days between games, it does my nothing. Just living for
we
football
can't play
games.
every day, mate.
No, I know that, but I just wish I could press pause or skip scene and get to the next game in my life at the moment. I just love watching the Rangers. That's where I'm at.
Guys, Jink, if we win the night, he'll play a weekend team next Thursday, or Jink will go out to win the group.
No, I think you'll go to win the group.
Yeah.
Personally, do that.
You've got to win the group because I tell you why. You see some of the teams that are going to be seeded, Dave. Right? There's a possibility Real Madrid and Manchester United could drop into the Europa League, so they'll be seeded. So we want to be the group winners as a seeded team. Don't get me wrong. I think we could hold our own against Man United. Real Madrid, I'm not so sure about, but we want to win the group, and I think the gaffer. I read the day that, that's what he said. He's pointing to be the league, the group winners, not just to qualify. Yeah. So I think we should all be looking to qualify, mate.
Extra couple of shillings in there if you win the group GFK, isn't there?
There's another half a million if you win it as your group winners, aye.
And then obviously if you win the 2 games, you'll get another few bob. I know it's not a lot of money to you, Big Dave, but it's a lot of money to the club.
I think we've taken care of finishing above Benfica, haven't we? That's taken care of because of our head-to-head against them.
If we win the 2 games,
away goals.
We need to win the 2 games.
Aye, we need to get better points in them, but...
And on that, if we get to the last 32, which is looking confident we will, do you want a British tie? Do you want a British English team?
No for me, mate. No for me.
Yeah.
Maybe Leicester?
No for me, mate.
You'd want to avoid them to maybe the last 16, the last 8.
To the final, mate.
Aye, the final, aye. I like your confidence, obviously. I like that.
I think we've been joined by Cal from Southend. Cal, how are we doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Just listening to you. Quite interesting so far. A bit late starting the night, weren't you?
I don't think so, mate.
Oh, I tried to get it on YouTube. I've been changing it over. But everything's great. How do you... what's the sub bench? I've seen the team.
I'll get Bridgeman to give you the team and the substitute.
Oh, thank you, Bridgeman.
On we go, Bridgeman.
Is it only the substitutes you want?
No, give him the full.
Give a whole blood. Give a whole gig, please.
Okay, McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Barisic, Davis, Kamara, Arfield, Roof, Kent and Morelos. Substitutes: McLaughlin, Bassey, Hadji, Iten, Zungu, Patterson, Aribo, Barker, Stewart, Barjonas, Dixon and King.
Aye, that's what
Pretty good,
I thought I seen the wee boys' names at the end, you know.
Superb.
I guess superb.
Strong bench.
Wait a minute, one at a time, Dave. You know the rules, mate. On you go, Carl.
I just, the wee boys at the end, we know they're probably not going to get in the team, but I hope I kind of worry about us burning out a wee bit a day, because we play sort of the same way as Liverpool, and this season Liverpool looks not very good. So I'm just hoping that he backs up the defence a wee bit if, we're later on in the game, because we seem to concede late on.
Well,
Shove Bassey on in midfield.
We've lost 9 goals all season, mate, and 5 of them have been to Benfica, Big Dave. But defence, is it an issue,
Yeah, defence is great. And mind you've got Katic. Katic will be back for January, they're saying. And then you'll have Edmondson back on all the end of December when he's banned. So you're going to have and you'll have Haallander back next week and all. So you'll have the 5 centre-halves back again. So I'm not worried about that. I mean, Liverpool are losing players left, right and centre, but we're not losing players left, right and centre. We've lost 1 or 2. But we'll cope fine.
I'm only worrying about the night, I take 1 game at a time. And
Alina Martellus Bridge calls that.
Mm-hmm. Indeed it is, and it's the best way.
Because the last 2 games, we've lost goals late on. We done it against Kilmarnock. We brought a player on to bolster the defence a wee bit. I would like to see that happening if we're winning and not going to concede. Hope not going to concede a goal,
Yeah, but we lost goals to a quality side, mind.
I get your point, Carl.
You get what I mean? I just don't want to see it, no putting on a sub and running the players ragged, and we can maybe hide the play. I don't want to see, like last week, that was nerve-wracking, man.
Yeah, but it was enjoyable.
The last half hour was nerve-wracking.
Wasn't it? It was a real game of football, Carl.
Oh, it was a real game of football.
Gary, it was a real game of football. They were a quality side. We went toe-to-toe to them. We get the upper hand, then they came back in it. I was angry at the time when we lost the 2 goals, but when you reflect on it, it was a great game. So was the one in Portugal.
You don't spend the money they spent, guys, and not expect to be able to compete in games of football. I think this is we're performing. We are performing way above where we should be. Let's be honest. In my opinion, in European football, but that's where we're at. But don't make any mistakes about it. Benfica, as Gerrard says, are a Champions League team, and we're competing with them. We're taking points after them. We're and we can do that. Like I said previously, If we can do that, right, and we get this Champions League qualification next season, because we've got 2 spaces next season, you've got to look at teams that we've got to get by to get into the Champions League group stages. If we can draw with Benfica twice, yeah, we were up, but we had to be ahead. I think that's just a bit of learning. You've got to fancy us to get into the Champions League group stages next year. That's the benefit that I'm taking for it. So that's big, big money. I think I read a stat. For every pound that you earn, or for every pound that's on offer in the Europa League, there's £4 on offer in the Champions League. That's big money, right?
Like,
so
with Fox, every pound he spends, I have to spend 4.
Yeah. So that's the benefits I'm taking.
I'm going to sell Oxford.
I can see your comfort there, Oxford. I mean, look, we could sit here and rhyme off all the teams in the last 2.5 seasons that we're beaten in Europe. You know, I mean, we've beat every team in Portugal that's worth talking about, apart from Sporting Lisbon, in the last 2.5 years. You know what I mean? Some fantastic teams along in the journey we've been in. But the Champions League is where we want to be in, and rightly so, because we are a Champions League team now, and I think we've proved that. And we showed with no fear against Benfica twice, but unfortunately we shot ourselves in the foot a wee bit. We kind of be a bit lax, but that's passionate. We're looking forward to the night, and I would say European-wise we're a far superior team than Standard Liege, but we need to prove it. And we've got home advantage, whether we've got fans here or no. So let's go out and do it.
I don't think we're a better team, GFK. I don't think they're no mugs. We're not playing Hamilton. You know what I mean?
No, they're no mugs. But you've got to I know what you're saying there. I agree with that. But when saying that they're no mugs, but near we are a team to be reckoned with. We are a very good side.
I think it's all about respect, but don't fear. Have no fear, but respect the opposition. That's
correct.
Yeah, that's well put. Big Dave, who's the key players for you tonight?
The key players? Davis, obviously, because he's the wee general in the middle of the park. Arfield, because he goes bursting forward and joins the attack. Roof, obviously, and Kent and Morelos. Morelos, obviously, because he bullies the defenders, tires them out, and then gives you space for the forwards and the fullbacks, you know what I mean? Aye, and the fullbacks, as always, obviously, they're going to be key as well, you know, the crosses coming in. And, aye, so remember, after next week, Callum, the Europa League gets parked. We don't play again till, is it February? It doesn't come back till. February. So we'll have all our players, well, touch wood, we'll have all our players back. Katic will be back, they'll all be back, we'll have the squad again, and it'll rotate, and it'll be fresh for the last 32, you know what I mean?
There's no international break either.
We've got a roller coaster, mate, and we're on that hill. We're up the hill with we want to keep climbing that hill.
Correct.
By the way, I asked you who the key players were. The only two you never mentioned was the 2 centre halves.
I was just going to say that.
But Oxford, now the way we play now, about 7 or 8 of them are key players.
So what you're saying is our strength is we're a good team.
Aye. The fullbacks provide goals, score goals. The midfield obviously dominates, and then you've got your front three when they're on form. Mind a while ago we were talking about the front three hadn't hit top form yet, but the last 3 or 4 games the front three have been pretty good. So, aye, in that sense, you've got 6, 7, maybe 8 players are key players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, GFK and you company.
Just Dave was saying, I'm going to remember, I know there's no international break to next March, so we've no distraction after next Thursday. I mean, that's the European campaign over as far as the group stages are going. It's a knockout after that, as we know. So let's go out and win the night, win next week in Poland, and become group winners and see what pulls out the hat for us, and then just motor on in the league. And that's what we've got to do. You know, I've always said, never mind what them across there are doing. Just worry about what we do. We go play every week, Thursday, Sunday, and play the game we know we can play, and just concentrate on that. And I'm the same as Dave. I could probably say that everybody in the team is going to shine for us tonight and show something. But don't forget where the goals are coming from. Big Tav, not just a penalty spot, Ox here. He's putting in a couple as well for set plays. So He's a danger as well. Don't be surprised if Tavernier gets on the goal sheet tonight.
Oh, mate, you wouldn't be surprised. You're not surprised if Tav scores a hat-trick, mate.
No, he's been near it a couple of times, hasn't he? Aye.
No, it's he's just, I don't know, mate. I mean, that one last week when he played that lovely, he played that after bar deliberate for Arfield to put.
Aye, did. That was a worldy goal, mate. Aye.
Aye, up some height, mate. Up some height. What's he doing up there? What was he doing?
Brilliant.
Do you think there's danger there, though, that Tav could move on at some point?
Players come and go, mate. You've got to enjoy them when they're here. They're only.
Look, the carrot at the end of this season is to make sure that the players don't want to leave, and that's by offering them Champions League football next season. I've seen certain reports about players being linked with Brighton and Leicester and all that. Look, I wouldn't like to take Leicester in the next round when we get into the next round, because I don't want a British team in there. I take them in the final. But why would any Rangers player want to leave if they're in the Champions League next season? I know money talks, and I know there's talk about Kamara, 50,000 may go open for, and there's talk about Brighton wanting to spend 23 million. If he's got any aspirations in life apart from money, then he's got to go and play at a bigger level, and that is where Rangers in the Champions League, mate. So let's hope that we can get to the Champions League next season. This is exciting tonight, watching us in Europe, and it's been like that the last couple of seasons under Stevie G. But the league is our bread and butter.
The call, Gary, will be when Gerrard sits down and he thinks, right, I'm going to let Kamara go for X amount, say, as Jimmy mentioned. But the reason he lets him go is because he wants that dough to improve the team.
Right.
Because he's going to bring somebody in that he thinks is better. You know?
I think there's
because you can't stand still. You can't.
No, that's the key. We are a selling club now, and that's what we need to become, like an Ajax. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's finding your place. You know? And obviously, in history, we're the famous Glasgow Rangers, and as fans, we obviously want more than that. You know, deep down, we want more than that. But you've got to find your place in world football, and that's where we're at. But if you look at like players like Kamara, if you can bring them in for 50k and sell them on for 10, 15 million quid or whatever Kamara's going to be worth, pick a number. That's phenomenal business, and that's what Rangers have to become, is a good business.
Talking about people who are worth millions, We've been joined by Andy for Leeds. How we doing, Andy?
Money. Good evening, chaps.
Right, Andy.
I wish. dear. No, I think that's a good team we've got out there. It's strong enough bench if we need them as well. I think we're all at it, you know, and we all do our jobs right. I mean, you know, we can get 9 or 10 of them all batting in the same direction. I think we should have enough to, you know, get this result here tonight. I think it'll be harder than what we think because, you know, they're a decent team. They're coming. They need the points, which could help us if they try to play. And we're on with straps and all that. And Rangers, you know, exploit the spaces that obviously Morales has been doing just lately, you know.
Oh, I'm worried about the coefficient again. Oh, the coefficient.
Oh, it's 4.
Is it 4-2, is it?
What's that?
4.
I didn't want to mention it.
Oh, the coefficient. Carry on.
Are Celtic winning 4-2?
Celtic winning. Give him a slap. Here, Oxford, here's a fish. Give him a slap.
Wait a minute, it's just coming through. There's 20,000 just arrived at a car park somewhere in the east end of the city. Carry on.
They can't keep a clean sheet for loving their money, eh?
Listen, it's not the first time that club's had problems with clean sheets. Carry on, JFG.
You got me laughing there. I mean, I agree with Andy. I mean, that's a team that's going to go and perform well tonight, and I think we all know that. I've no down Liege. I think they're a good team, but I'm bumming up my own team. I've not seen anything in the last 10, 15 games that can say to me that they can beat us. I'm that confident. I'm not saying we'll run out of attack. I'm saying it'll be a good 2-0 win. If we have 2-0 win.
If we play, we win.
You say it all the time. You've been saying it for 2 seasons, 3 seasons, mate. We play, we win.
Aye, and I think that we've seen that, and that's how good we are.
Yeah.
I don't think we've realised, but you've got to play. You've got to do the hard bit, Andy. Yeah?
Oh, definitely. I mean, as I said before, I don't even think we've really opened up properly yet. And I think once we do, I think you could see some nice free-flowing football there with some good results at the end of it, you know, a good 3 or 4. I don't think you know, I think somebody else is going to take a tanning off or right enough, but I can't see he's getting an 8 like, but I can see a good 2 or 3, 5 and 6s in there right enough. And as I said last night, if a striker starts scoring...
Can I hold on a minute, Andy? Can I just write that in my diary?
Aye.
2nd of January, prediction by Andy, 5-0. Is that right?
I'll give you the crazy score on that one. I'll give you the crazy score on that. If it keeps going well, I'll give you the crazy one, okay?
Well done, pal.
Maybe that's the 7 that we're looking for.
Aye,
I'd take a bridge. I'd take a bridge, man.
Aye.
So we're quietly confident because we've got a right to be confident, Bridge, because we're playing well.
I can't believe it. What you told us there at Celtic have lost another 4 goals. I can't believe it. I just can't.
Hang on, it could be 5.
They don't understand the concept of defender.
Oh, dearie me.
Bridgeman, we're the right to be confident, aren't we?
Oh yes, of course. We've played this team and played well against them. I mean, they're not a bad team. That's the truth. But we played well against them, and we've been playing well for our own sakes. That team, Benfica, they were fantastic. We played brilliantly against them. That's definitely the best team I've seen for a long time. My God, they can play football. So can we now. So can we.
Aye, we've got a good side. Well, gentlemen, I thank you for coming and joining us. I thank Gary. Carl, you all right, mate? Sorry if I called you there.
I've got a question for you later, Oxbear, about goalkeepers.
All right, mate.
I caught a bit of it last night.
All right, mate.
Did anybody mention Eric Sorensen and Norrie Martin?
Right.
They weren't, sorry, they were mentioned, but they never get anywhere near anybody's top 5.
Oh, thank God for that. Right, good night, lads. Big victory. I'm going for a bridge, man. And a 5-0.
Yes.
Well
done, pal. Well done.
Cheers, Carl.
Right, bye-bye.
Thanks to Gary. Big day at the end. Andy, my mate Andy for Leeds. Of course, Bridgeman and the one and only JFK. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue, who are working hard doing the technicals. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Blue.
On the chair, boys.